Kara Morgan, calligrapher, singer, pianist, composer, and most notably the writer and director of the hot new music video, Calligraphy. We met up with Kara in her studio in Washington, D.C. to learn more about her singular artistic vision.
What I wanted to do with this piece, calligraphy, was to show the world. I wanted to show the world, you know, there was one thing, there was one goal that was present throughout the creation of this piece, and it was to show the world the power of calligraphy. Yeah, that's it. First you start with a dream. The first verse begins with, first you start with a dream. First, you start with a dream. What I love about that is that it encapsulates, if you will, the creative process. Anyone who's ever created something that has had in their head, in their heart, an idea, has had to go through the inevitable birthing process of that idea. And let's be honest, folks, it's painful. And I think that's what I love about the very beginning of the piece, that in a couple short words, we get Genesis, you know? Huh. You know, the first roadblock that we encountered in this production was when it came time to audition for the role of secondary muse. Now, I was the primary muse. Kara Morgan Muse was inspiring Kara Morgan calligrapher, but I felt that given the epic nature of the piece, we would require more than one muse. We would need at least a secondary muse, potentially a tertiary muse, which we ended up going with, of course. The issue was I had day after day of audition for the role of secondary muse. Nobody. It's day 8 of auditions for the secondary muse. I'm at my wit's end. About ready to roll up this whole production, you know. And who should ring my doorbell? But none other than who I would later learn is Kyle Morgan. Is Kyle Morgan at my door to audition for the role of secondary muse? No. Is he here to sell me chocolates for his traveling mandolin troupe? Yes. The rest is history.
So, in this production, where do I begin? Well, I guess we could begin from the first moment that we met. I show up to the door, this girl says, "I don't want any chocolate, but I see you play music." I said, "I play music. I do. I play a little mandolin. A few other things. I sing, play. So 1,000 things are going through my head when she asked me to be secondary muse for this project. One of which being afraid, because I've never worked with film. I've heard things about it that people sometimes get strangled on the film, and I don't really like cameras pointing at me. So I mean, but calligraphy was a new subject matter that I'd never used in any of my previous art, which primarily has been mandolin. I also write poetry. I have a friend one time who's very into pastels. We went up on this hill and he you know, drew with his pastels. You know, so Kara hands me a copy of our recording of her song. Beautiful recording. And I say, okay. I was thinking, what style could I use to capture this feeling? And I thought there's no style yet created. So I created my own style. Really, something never been done before. Really, what it takes is, it takes a lot of, not many people know this, but a lot of Native Canadian Americans used to play these stringed instruments called griolas. You know, let's go to something else.
You know, I think the crux of the piece is the bridge, where I say, you will face troubles, trials, persecutions. Some will think you belong in an institution. Just stay faithful to the call. Calligraphy will conquer all. You know, every artist, I don't care what kind of artist you are, painter, sculptor, dancer, singer, martial artist, you face a brick wall. You face a universe of no at some point. And what do? Do you keep going, or do you say, okay, I get it, no, I'll stop? Or do you remain faithful to the call? You know, you become someone of my stature who's established, who no longer has these moments of rejection. You forget. And I decided to write this as a sort of sympathetic shout out to all of you people who are back where I began long ago, but who are facing this hurdle, this roadblock. Calligraphy will conquer all. We've got lots of upcoming projects. Oh man, you know, I think the one that I'm most excited about, though, is an equally dramatic music video, though completely different subject matter. It's about the Japanese art of paper folding.
On mountains of origami.